G'day guys, James here. Today in this video we're going to be taking a look at Milwaukee's new M12 fuel brushless impact driver and drill driver. Now what I'm going to show you in this video is the tools being used on a job site, and then I'm going to come back and tell you about some of the specifications and what I thought of the tools. Alright, let's get into that now. Depending on sort of what setting you want, up the top here you can go between speeds 1, 2 and 3. Slow speed, second speed, high speed, or the tapping speed, which is a slow start, and then it ramps up. So I think for this I'll knock it back to about 2. The M12 actually struggles a little bit with this type of drilling. I found that on a couple of doors. So I think for this type of stuff with speed bores, you actually want to bump it back up probably to the M18. Yeah, it's good, but just doesn't quite pack the punches is what that does. Alright, so there you go, you got to see the tools being used in action. Now, let's take a closer look at these, starting with the drill. Now, what are some of the things I like about it, some of the things I don't like about it? I like the 13mm chuck capacity. That there's a pretty decent sort of size for a 12 volt drill. That's awesome. The metal chuck is another thing that I really like about this drill. You can give that a bit of a beating. You can see mine's already got a bit of paint and stuff sort of worn off around the edge of it. If you get that with a plastic chuck sort of in against some of the harder materials, it tends to sort of burr up, but that's nice and heavy duty. I really like that. You got your different settings there for the chuck, so you can wind that up or down depending on how you want that set. Electronic trucks, so they'll just basically stall out once you've got your settings right. The belt clip on there, I've heard a few people sort of complain about the position of it. I didn't find it an issue. To be honest, I actually think that's really well weighted. When it goes on your belt, it sits nice and like, I guess the center of gravity just holds it nice and straight. Some of the others that I've had in the past, whether the clip be up higher or down near the battery, tends to swing around, and whether you've got a drill bit in or something like that, just sort of scratches up your leg. So I'm not a fan of that. You'll see it in the, the M18 ranges where it's here, and like I said, when you walk, the end of that chuck just basically bashes into your leg. So not a huge fan of that. It works if it's on a nail bag or something, but these little compact lightweight ones are quite good for that, really well weighted. What else are we going to tell you about it? 2 speeds, high and low. You've got a hammer drill on it as well too, so you can use that for some light hammer work. So yeah, like all in all, a pretty good drill. The only downside, it did struggle for some of the stuff that I was using it for. So I guess for a cabinet maker, maybe an electrician or someone who's doing some sort of lighter work, you know, screwing off power points and things like that, great. But when you're actually doing harder work, like say fitting off a door lock, this thing will struggle with that. Only because when you go up to the bigger bits like the spade bits or speed bores, it'll stall out. And also with the hole saw drilling through for the face of the door, this also didn't have enough power for that. So So look, it's a 12 volt tool. It's not like you don't ask too much of it. So all in all, good little tool, but for the harder work, I'd have to step it up to the M18 for that sort of thing. All right, that's the drill. Now the impact driver. The impact driver, little ripper. I must admit, this thing is pretty good. Compact, I like how short it is. Getting into some of those tight spots. Having the smaller slimline battery on it also helps. It's just a tidy little unit and can pack a punch. Now, I probably won't go into too much of the specifications in regards to torque and RPMs and things like that. I'll put a link in the comments below so you can have a look and go to the website and check it out. There is, some specs here I can read straight off the back of the box for you. So basically with this thing, and I'll give you just a couple, so I'm doing my job here. You're looking at, where are we? Just under a kilo in weight, so it's 0.99 kilos, so that's pretty lightweight. You're looking at peak torque, they're talking at 146.8 newton meters. RPMs up to 3,300 in sort of the higher speeds. Now this little one here's got the 4 speeds, so you got the 1, 2, 3, and then the tap. So you can see with those settings, the 3 different options there. Sorry, the 4 different options. The 4th is the actual tapping. And now what that does, if you're doing sheet metal work, it'll have a controlled start, a fast push through with the screw, and then a controlled finish, so it doesn't tear it up when you don't strip out that sheet metal work with your screw. Okay, so final wrap up. What's my thoughts? Both good little drills. Now that definitely is something that I keep in the nail bag all the time. That can just sit in the pocket, and that's nice and lightweight, safe carrying around. The bigger drill, that will do just about everything that the M18 would do. I've had no problems driving in big bugle screws and stuff like that, so that is a really good addition to the nail bag. This one, probably not so much. I'd probably keep that in the workshop here just for sort of lighter work, or cabinetry or something like that. I wouldn't really have it out on the job sites for hanging doors or trying to fit locks and things like that. It'd just be a sort of a backup. But both have each purpose. They're a 12 volt tool, that's what you got to remember. They're not an 18 volt, but still both good products and worth checking out. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and don't forget to check out some of our social media links below as well. Alright guys, till next time, I'll catch you later. Cheers.